I'm back, baby. Yes, class number 18, Punch Block Series 5 from Guard and the Haymaker Punch Defense right here in Torrance, California at Gracie University headquarters, Gracie HQ, aka Jiu-Jitsu Heaven. I am back. And if you've been paying attention to my injury updates, you know that I wasn't exactly injured. I had something called adhesive capsulitis, which is known as frozen shoulder. I got a couple of cortisone shots, some inflammation reducing medication, and I feel pretty darn good. I'm not in pain. I got a little stiffness, but I'm not in pain. And so you know what you do when you're not in pain and you love jiu-jitsu? You bring yourself back to the mat. There's a whole culture about training injured, but I'm not training injured. I'm just training stiff, maybe, and I'm definitely training tired. You ever have those days where you don't want to train at all? Those days where you're just like, you know what? Today was a long day. Today was a hard day. I'm going to go home and chill. That was me today. I wanted to go home and chill, but instead I pointed my Kia in the direction of Torrance and I brought my happy self down here to Gracie University. And I'm super glad I did because I made a new friend. I got a new training partner. His name is Scott. Awesome dude. He's not a big guy necessarily. He's bigger than average for sure, but he is enthusiastic. He is athletic and he is intense. He likes to do the moves with a little bit of urgency. So I like that feeling of more of a fight energy, more of a fight feel, and I appreciated that. Plus, we got to talk a little trash and laugh a little bit and have some fun with it. You know, whenever you're doing the Haymaker punch defense scenario, part of the training is to de-escalate verbally, and so we could say a lot of silly stuff like, what'd you say about my mama? You know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. I was familiar with the Haymaker punch defense. We added in the rear takedown just for good measure, and then, of course, the Punch Block Series 5. With the rollover technique and whatever. It's a little bit challenging for me to get my hips over the way I want to. But yeah, I struggle with that a little bit tonight. So I'm going to have to practice that the next time I take the class. When I did it with the instructor, it seemed just fine. But when I did it with Scott, it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. I'm not sure why. But I'm going to work on getting my hips over a little bit faster. And I'm going to work on... I think everything else went pretty well. You know, going from stage 5, bringing them back into stage 1. If you don't know what the punch block stages are, you should watch one of the videos. I think Henner put a video during the pandemic of the first 6 lessons you should learn in jiu-jitsu, and I believe one of those is the punch block series. So if you check YouTube, it's on there for free. But there's 4 stages of keeping someone in your guard and away from you to be safe from punches. And this is stage 5 where the person backs off and is far enough away from you that you can get your legs up. And, you know, there's a lot of things you can do, getting your feet on their hips to block their attack, following them, tracking them as they move around. Of course, there's an up kick, kind of a straight up kick. And man, there was this thing he called the rocking chair kick where you have to come up on your sit up and roll up on your feet and then kick. That's hard for me on one side, easier on another side, but that's something I have to work on, something I have to practice as well. I think with the video I just made about weight loss is fresh in my mind, fresh in my heart, if you will, but I think more than weight loss, fitness is a big issue for me because I've lost some weight, I continue to lose some weight, but I still can't move the way I want to. So I guess a little asterisk is it doesn't matter what the number on the scale is if you can't move the way you want to. It doesn't matter what the number on the scale says if you can't do the technique. And so maybe these 10 days away, because I think my last class was January 20th, maybe these 10 days with this shoulder debacle have made me recognize and realize and appreciate how much I need to continue to move my body. Because I haven't done much the last couple of days, and I got to be honest, getting back out there and doing it today was a little bit of a challenge. So the object in motion stays in motion, so let us stay in motion. I should be back here on Saturday, which I believe is the triangle class, and I've been looking forward to that one. Not training tomorrow. Tomorrow is Master Cycle Fundamentals, which is kind of a new thing. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And they have reflex development, but I technically do not qualify for reflex development because I have not done all the classes twice. So I'm still in process, still growing, still learning, and I appreciate the opportunity to learn. I appreciate a fun, safe, happy, cheerful environment. Even the guys right now in Master Cycle that are fighting and, you know, competing, everybody still feels happy and kind and friendly and whatever, which is nice. You know, there's a little friendly trash talk, of course, but they're not rolling right now. They're just drilling, and I watched a little bit of Master Cycle. But glad to be back. Glad to be here in Torrance. Glad to be talking to you. So, Punch Block Series number 5 and the Haymaker Punch Defense class number 18, Gracie University, Gracie Combatives. If you've done it, let me know in the comments you've done the class. Actually, how about this? If you've done this class and you've done the verbal de-escalation, what is your smack talk? If you're the bad guy and you're going to attack the guy, what do you say? Today I said, what did you say about my mama? You know, that was my little smack talk with this guy, Scott. I I think Sam, when he was demonstrating, was talking about fighting over a parking spot in Costco, right? Maybe we shouldn't be fighting over the parking spot at Costco. We'd be fighting over the eggs. I don't know if you heard, but eggs are really damn expensive, and Costco's running out. So maybe you're fighting over the last pack of eggs in Costco. What are you fighting about when you're the bad guy? What is your go-to line when you're the bad guy? You have to do a little verbal jousting, okay? And if you made it this far, put a little trash can emoji in the comments so I know that you know to talk trash when it's time to be the bad guy in class. When it's time to be the bad guy for the Haymaker punch defense, what do you say? What's your go-to trash talk? Go ahead and put it in the comments, or at the very least, put a little trash can icon so I know that you watch this thing to the end. And if you like the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have any questions for me, I get a lot of questions on DM on Instagram, and I've had some fantastic freaking conversations. But if you have any questions here on YouTube, hit me up on social media at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu, and maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe we can just talk about it in the comments. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, hit me up. Stay focused, stay positive, and stay vigilant. Take care.